everybody, Chef Matt with the Eurest Chef at Home series. Today I'm going to be here with a special guest. My son Jesé is going to help us make chicken cordon bleu. But first we're going to have a safety moment. And Jesé, why don't you go over the #1 safety item?
Hi, I'm Chef Jesé, and I'm going to show you how to wash your hands. Make sure the water is hot, kill all those germs. Nice and wet. Hands nice and wet. Get some nice pump and squirt of soap. And make sure you clean every area of your hands. Rub in there. Turn off the water. Dry them off.
Alright, we're going to be making chicken cordon bleu. Do you want to go through the list of ingredients?
I'd sure love to.
Okay, you're going to need some Swiss cheese. I got these, the cheaper Swiss cheese slices, the singles, but I like it just because they melt a little bit better than regular Swiss cheese. You certainly get a lot better flavor from the fancier, pricier Swiss. However, I like these just because of the melting ability.
You're gonna need some toothpicks,
Dijon mustard,
chicken breast,
butter,
minced garlic,
preferably Parmesan cheese. I just have Italian style blended cheese, but this will work for our sauce.
Black Forest ham,
Salt and pepper,
onion powder and garlic powder,
panko breadcrumbs,
eggs,
all-purpose flour,
milk,
and some cooking oil. As far as hardware goes, you'll need a small sauce pot to be cooking down the sauce that's going to go on top of the chicken cordon bleu. And I have just a high-walled pan here that I'm going to use for frying. You don't need a lot of oil. We're going to fill this up probably about a quarter of the way up this pan. And we will come back and we'll go through the preparation.
Alright, so we're making the Dijon cream sauce. We have 3 tablespoons of butter melting right now, and we also have a half tablespoon of garlic. We're gonna add the garlic into that.
How long do you want to cook this down for, Jesé?
We're gonna want to cook this down for about 1.5 minutes.
Okay. We'll come back when this is done cooking and we'll add some flour and start the rest of the roux for our sauce.
So now we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of flour.
Alright, now we got our flour and our butter cooked down. Now we're going to add 2 cups of milk slowly as Jesé whisks in. Keep constantly whisking this. You want to slowly add it all in. You don't want to just dump in 2 cups of milk right at once. You want to keep whisking really, really strong. All right. Now let's get this going. We want to let this simmer for a second. We'll come back and add the rest of the ingredients. Okay. So now our cream sauce has come to a boil. I've just got this on a simmer here. We're going to simmer it for just about 1 minute. And just kind of slowly whisk it here and there just to make sure it's good. Once this is as thick as you want it, which will be about a minute and a half from now, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, and then we can just take this off of the heat and set it on the side. Okay, now we're going to finish off our sauce so it's nice and thick the way we want it. We're going to add a little bit of black pepper. Add a little bit of salt. Do about a 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard. I know Dijon's a little strong. You can do a little less if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do like probably about 2 big tablespoons. Sorry, I found my cheese. So we're going to do about a cup of cheese here. If you have Parmesan or Parmesan Romano, something like that, I would recommend that because it's got a nice little salty bite. I've got some Italian style cheese here. I want to do about 3/4 cup of that. And I'm going to do just a tiny bit of regular, just grated Parmesan as well. Just for the saltiness factor from that cheese and the flavor. So put a little of that in there as well. And just stir this up until smooth, and we'll set this up to the side and we'll get ready started on the chicken. Okay, now we're going to move on to the chicken breast. I got these thinly sliced chicken breasts from the store. If you can't find those in your grocery store, you'll want to take some chicken breasts, put them between 2 pieces of saran wrap, and just sort of pound them thin so they kind of look like this size. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to season these guys with a little onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper on each side, and as well as I've got my black forest ham, my Swiss cheese, I've got my flour dredge, my eggs. This is 4 beaten eggs, and this is about 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs.
Now we're going to start on the ham and cheese filling for the chicken.
So we've got a layer of ham, a layer of cheese, a layer of ham, and a layer of cheese. So you'll continue that for all the breasts for as many portions that you need. Okay, we've got our chicken breasts laid out with our ham and cheese. Now we're going to just roll these guys up. I like to use a toothpick on them for this step. Just kind of put it in the bottom here, just to make sure they stay together while you're frying them up. So we'll do that, and we'll continue that for each of the ones, and I'll show you guys how to bread and fry these. Okay, now if you saw my first video, we're just going to bread our chicken again. Again, wet hand, dry hand. So we're going to do a little bit of flour. Shake off the excess. This is going to be my wet hand. Get in the egg yolk. Strip that off. Get off the excess. And then you're going to toss it in the panko breadcrumbs. Now I've got my oil heating up here, and once my oil is ready, I'll show you guys how to fry all these off. Just repeat this step for all the rest of your remaining chicken breasts. Alright, now we got our oil hot. We're going to add in our chicken cordon bleus. And we're going to cook these on each side. I wouldn't want to overcrowd the pan, so for a pan about this size, I'm only going to do 3. And we'll come back in a second once these are flipped, and we'll check on the other side. All right, this has been about 3 minutes on the first side. We're going to flip these over. This is what you want, nice and crispy, golden brown. And we're going to cook these about another 2-3 minutes. When you pull them out, we're going to check the temperature. And the chicken should be 165 degrees. If it's not, you can always throw them on like a wire rack in your oven for another 5 to 10 minutes. And that will also just help finish and cook them up. But this should take care of it as long as your oil's not too hot. All right, so we've got our cordon bleu. I just cut this open, it just came out. We're gonna cook this guy, plate this guy. A little bit of the cheese sauce we made on top. Just like that. And then serve it, you know, your choice. I've got some green beans here. And a little bit of rice pilaf. And there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.